Alright, I'm going to talk about my Brabus Tempamatic system, which was a rare option that you could buy through Brabus for the 124 chassis. You can see that the Tempamatic system replaces the entire light switch panel. It is a European only item, so it only comes with the manual headlight level adjuster, which was standard on European cars. I bought this from a seller off of eBay, Germany, and I don't know who installed a LED right here, but right where this knob is there was an LED, which I assume was for the alarm system. I didn't use that. Since there was a hole there, I actually installed the volume knob for my base link right there. I had to source one of these newer style headlight level adjuster switches. This particular switch has 3 tubes on the back of it instead of 2 tubes like the older style. And you can see this is what Brabus added over here. It is a switch control which will allow you to switch your dash display from oil temperature to outside air temperature. To do the oil temperature, there is a oil temperature sensor that's mounted inside of your oil pan drain plug. This kit came from a 6-cylinder, so the drain plug was not compatible with my V8, so I had to cut off the old drain plug, take a new V8, an M119 drain plug, drill it out, and mount the temp sensor inside of the drain plug. All of that detailed information is actually on my website. Was time consuming, wasn't too overly difficult, just time consuming. And also the outside temp sensor that came with this Tempamatic system was a 2-wire sensor. The US spec cars have a 3-wire sensor, and that sensor did not work with the display for the Tempamatic system. I tried wiring it up every possible way that is doable, and it would not work. So I ended up actually running the temp sensor, the 2-wire temp sensor that came with this. Behind this panel, also on my website, this panel itself, you've got to do some extensive cutting on it because there's a switch assembly behind here that's pretty good size. So you've got to cut out this is like a vinyl cover material, but there's actually sheet metal in here too, so it requires a bit of cutting to get this Tempamatic system to fit, and it was definitely finicky. Moving on to the dash, the Tempamatic system also includes a replacement, let me see if I can zoom in here, a replacement temperature sensor. So you've got to pull your cluster, take out the temp sensor, and put the Brabus one in. And the other thing is it only reads in Celsius. There was no US spec Tempamatic system made. So right now you're looking at outside temperature of 1.1 Celsius. I don't know what that translates in the Fahrenheit, but it's really not too warm outside. If I press one of the buttons down here to oil, you can see the green light goes off and the yellow light comes on, and that means that the temperature I'm looking at is now the oil temperature. And that's not going to be too high either because my car's been sitting for a while, so and you can just see what happens when I go to outside temperature display again. Yellow light goes off and the green light comes on. It's a nice accessory to have if you can deal with the Celsius readout versus the Fahrenheit, and you want to go through the hassles of installing a new temp sensor and installing an oil temp sensor into your drain plug, or if you buy one of these kits, maybe it'll come with the correct drain plug. It's hard to say. And then of course you need the headlight level adjuster. If you know, that's always a nice thing to have if you have European headlights. Like I have European Hella spec headlights, and I've hooked up, they come with the vacuum modulators inside of them, so you have to run some vacuum line, you need some rubber fittings and a vacuum source, and what this allows you to do is adjust the level of your headlights. So you've got 4 different settings. You can move your headlights up or down. That's not something that was available on US spec cars. It was available in Europe. I guess it was available in the event you had a trunk full of something. If you had a trunk full of something and 2 people, 3 people in the back seat, and then you could readjust your level of your headlights. Not really that, you don't really need it that much here in the US, but you know, if you have European headlights, it's kind of a cool function to have. There's nothing with this Tempamatic system I can show you under the engine bay. Unfortunately, the oil drain plug is not visible, and of course the temp sensor is behind the license plate, so that's not anything to show you either. Again, I have more pictures on my website, and I'll put the website in my description of the video, and you can see some of the other pictures of what the kit consists of.